Chris, over this shit you didn't deserve to be assaulted, but the next time you're dropkicked, get a hot tag from Skeptic.
Oh dear. Anita Sarkeesian, your bullshit's nothing new and Sargon did nothing wrong. He merely chose to voice an opinion using logic to point out your manipulation. And that's where Sargon has a point, right there. He has an argument which you can't fucking bear, and by which I mean you personally, but he infringes on no other definition of equality. When you speak his name, I smell fear in the air. You reek of shame if my judgment is fair. So when you actually saw him face to face, when his presence ruined your own personal safe space at Vidcon, you went and took the opportunity to show your victimhood for the whole fucking world to see. You committed through the microphone with power on a sloppily executed character assassination. Shithead. Garbage human. Anita, you're so fucking rude. Sargon says I only want to talk. You're like, whatever dude. And there I find the rub of your entire attitude. Anita says her head is full, she cannot take no more brain food. Admit you're terrified of Sargon's intellect, of a reasonable rationale to which you must show respect. Not because everybody's opinions everywhere deserve it, but because he's worked damn hard to prove that his opinion's worth it. And you don't need to agree with everything, just fairly judge the fucking reasoning and try to find some common ground with no emotional knee-jerking.
I know that might seem like too much of a hard work thing.
But if there was one piece of advice that maybe I could recommend more than anything that would help, I would suggest that maybe you admit that you personally don't have the 411 low down on everything, but instead to save shame you manipulate Hank Green. Par for the course from what I've so far seen, so he let you off the hook on all regulations set in stock to prevent abuse to all, and on that point I'm still in shock, because if you're feared this way by the Vidcon organisers, I should also fear you, should I not? Like as a tyrant,
Or an instigator of violence.
So, you're given carte blanche and subsequently protected, an off-artifice consequence of your effective invective, and you move on to the next panel to give your expert perspective on cyberbullying, and harassment, and abuse online. And you have methods to take people with hard questions out of line. Boogie makes a point which very slightly doesn't vibe.
He's got a human rights agenda, makes you boil up inside.
And you choose not to respond while the microphone is live.
Because his mic is live too, so the audience would hear his reply.
Instead you accost him, bully him after the panel, trying to impress on him that his opinion was awful, trying to frame it in terms which amount to just a morsel, identifying as obese in itself more than a mouthful. It's like saying you don't identify as a bovine American. So to me, your talk's not worth the hassle. Because that would mean you get to view yourself negatively. And I get away with being a complete fucking asshole. Oh, Anita, won't you please climb down off your high horse and exit from your protected fucking castle? Oh, and in case I didn't make my point clear, apologize for being such a fucking asshole.